Hello everyone, is a group to group presentation. MIS project management at First National Bank. First National Bank has a rapid growth in the financial market. The expansion of operations brought an incremental number of employees, increasing the organizational structure and complexity. First National Bank is faced with a tough playing field in the banking industry. That's why it has been forced to rethink their approach in order to ensure their position as the primary competitor. First National Bank struggled as the growth rates through purchasing small banks outpaced their systems and processes, which left them inefficient in certain business segments of the organization. The main problems faced by the First National Bank can be summarized in the following points. Decision-making process of ISD is too long and high temporal cost of priority committee. The organizational structure was not a matrix. There is a low involvement of user department and a lack cooperation from the users involvement in separate division. The project manager faced many difficulties and challenges because the bureaucratic nature. There is some resistance to change because some employees thought that the new system will replace their position and it will affect their position in the company. And there is a problem about communication process. Some meetings has been cancelled. The future meeting were hostile, and in general, the communication process were slow and was a downside. In terms of strategic planning, there were no strategic planning. There were no systematic core values, and there is a lack of decision making and resources allocation that affected the strategic planning. There was a shortage in experienced employees. As a result of understaffed project, they rushed into the project without any strategy. The reason they rushed into the project without any planning because there were no proper mission and vision. They were expecting achieving more income for shorter period, and they rushed into the project to save time and cost because they thought that they can achieve fast growth and profit in short time without strategic planning. The applied management methodology results in provide step-by-step uniform method to handle all the project and good development of management information system, and it provides systematic design and implementation. But on the other side, the methodology constraints was a scared cow because the employees doesn't understand the importance of the project because they didn't show any kind of cooperation because they thought the new methodology will take over their positions. The organizational structure was not a matrix. There is a long project proposal process takes very long time and short project development process. The time management was not correct because the CDB take long time than its plan. Weak project management methodology, unwillingness to share resources, and lack of a quality methodology.
Assalamualaikum, good day for everyone. My name is Mohamed. I will continue the case study focusing on the financial. Starting with the key points that I have collected. In 5 years, First National Bank total assets have grown by 70%. The only way to obtain funds for the information development project is to submit a request to the Priorities Committee. The user sponsor must review the proposal and appear at the next Priorities Committee meeting. The priority setting for system development is done by a cross-section of executive management. ISD management feels that detailed cost estimating and time schedules are only meaningful for the next phase of a project. As the project progresses, new segments of the project gain visibility. Estimates are performed at 5 intervals during the project life cycle. The project plan must completed and approved by the project manager before activity can begin on the user requirement subbase. The project plan must include a milestone schedule, a cost estimate, and a budget request. The general manager next sets up a meeting with the project manager and the user sponsor to review the project plan and obtain funding from the user organization. The initial project funding is based on an estimate that includes a number of assumptions concerning the scope of the project. A revised project plan is prepared for each milestone funding meeting. During the system design and development stage, design freezes are issued by the project manager to users announcing that no additional charge will be scheduled to the project beyond that point. The project manager is free to spend as much time as required in reviewing the project proposal and creating the project plan. The project manager must obtain programming resource from the manager of system support. All ISD personnel working on a project charge their time at the rate of $26 per hour. All computer time is billed at the rate of $64 per hour. Despite the fact that the majority of the bank's profits were from corporate customers, most information system effort was directed at speeding up transaction handling for small and profitable accounts. The absence of a corporate database meant that no one individual knew what total banking service a corporate customer was using. There is an internal problem where the project manager thought that the general manager delaying the project plan too much. The project manager determined to get the project done on schedule with the resource available to him. For the summary, the process to obtain funds for the project are quite difficult and has lengthy process. The funds needed are considered by assuming numerous assumptions concerning the project and estimated during 5 different intervals. The project manager is the one in charge of financial matter for the project and has direct responsibility toward general manager. Currently, there is a conflict between the project manager and general manager that needs to be solved as soon as possible to not delay the project any further.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is me, Ahmed Hany Mohamed, from Section 1 of the course Engineering Management. Today, I will talk about my individual report on the MIS project management at First National Bank. Firstly, in a banking business environment, a battle for the customer where they need to grow in volume has given way to selective growth strategies. So, for the project management methodology, stakeholders in project management and the project proposal lifecycle is the main point we have. So when the user department determines that it needs to develop or improve the information system, it must prepare a draft which should explain the problem from a functional point of view. The impact statement will be summarized from the ISD perspective. Project feasibility, project complexity are the main points in here. So, however, if members of the priority committee consider the concept valuable, they will authorize the ISD system research team to write a large-scale project proposal which should include detailed description of the problem and user departments. Going to the main next point, which is the CDP information system project. The project is focusing on small uncomfortable accounts. The bank needs to computerize those accounts as they are the most profitable to the corporate. So for the project results, the new project manager resigned to accept position within another firm, involved into a change board consisting of cross-functional executive members including IT management. That's all for my presentation and thank you.
Coming to the proposed solution, first we have to review the priorities committee and the project selection process. First we have to guarantee shorten the project proposal flow and steps and establish an objective selection criteria using ranking and priorities in line with the corporate goals. For example, using the project prioritization matrix like in the figure 1 and 2, and reassess the role of membership of the priorities committee to evolve into a change of advisory board consisting of a cross-functional executive member including IT management that provides guidance and strategy. Next, we divide the solution for two terms: short-term strategies and long-term strategies. For the short-term strategies, we propose to create an IT demand process flow that categorize the projects by type in compliance, operational, and strategic projects. Second, we have to review the resource management flow to avoid any bottleneck and conflicts. Third, we have to involve business users at all levels of the project stage to ensure the buy-in and excitement about the project and to alleviate and resolve fears about what system does to the people job and responsibilities to avoid the scared cow effect. Last, to improve the communication process by improving the project reporting and the project administration and document key agreements and decisions. Verbal agreements can follow through during the life of the project. So it's important to get a written contracts in place early on, like committed resources and committed resources are not available. Moving to the long strategies. The long strategy we propose to establish a program and portfolio management (PPM). This will ensure that the major organizational initiative achieve the following: to achieve the approval of the right investments and the best resources application and accomplishing organizational value supporting the strategic goals. Second, we suggest to develop an IT governance, which is a process that ensures the effective and the efficient use of IT in enabling an organization to achieve its goals. We can see how it's working by the figure. Moving on to implementing the Six Sigma for quality control. Six Sigma for quality control have 6 steps to recognize the problem and define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. That's it of us. Thank you for your attention.